In this episode, we're going to talk about 3 key things to thrive in your 40s that I wish I knew at 40 now that I am 50. And I think like most of the items I'm going to share, or most of the routines I'm going to share, or practices or systems I'm going to share, they're not exciting. They're actually pretty boring, but they help so much. So the first one is sleep. Getting enough sleep is key. I would say you want to strive for the 8 hours. If you do 7 hours, that's fine, but 8 hours is going to make such a difference. I think it's like the foundation for everything else you want to do in your 40s. And I would say, that means in order to get that sleep in, you're going to make the decision to go to bed earlier. So usually by 9:30, I am for sure in the bedroom trying to, start to get to bed and fall asleep so that I can get in 7 to 8 hours a night. Next up is movement. Another essential. It's going to help with your mood. It's going to help with, managing the weight or whatever you're trying to do. And it's just going to feel good and help you stay strong. So movement, I break it up into 2 different factors. The first one is making sure you are doing weights, about 3 times a week. I try to do 2 times a week. And I felt like it wasn't enough to kind of build momentum and be able to get stronger. So I think 3 times a week is key. Getting in an hour is really helpful. And then the other thing I would say you want to do is walking. Walking's so good. It's not hard to do. It's not hard on your body. And I would say minimum is 10K steps. But if you can do more, that's even better. And just trying to get movement in throughout the day, right? So it could be just habit stacking. When you go to the restroom, take an extra walk, a few more steps, using your standing desk. All of those things, it's hard to keep it up, but it makes such a big difference. After that, number 3, which sometimes gets a little polarizing, is cut the alcohol or really minimize it. I stopped drinking alcohol about 15 years ago, and it wasn't because of some kind of moment of clarity. It really was because I was breastfeeding my son, and I felt like it was a lot of work to went through your system and pumping and all that. So I just kind of stopped. And then I also felt like alcohol was hard for me to recover from the next day, and I could feel the impact of it with headaches or just feeling really fatigued. And so I think it's just, for me, it's not worth the impact it has afterwards. And there's extra calories. And it could derail your working out and movement and your sleep. So for all of those reasons, it's, really beneficial to just cut it out. And when you go somewhere socially, just have a mocktail. There's so many options now. And that way the next day you're not having to recover. So there you have it. Those are my 3 key things to thrive in your 40s. Now at 50, that I would have told myself right when I was turning 40 to engage in, to do, to just be your best self and to really thrive through this decade.